I'm going to be joined very shortly by Tris Doolan. Brad Marron's having a bit of a break. Well-deserved break. Great bowl by David, by Daws. Let's see what the response is from Thor. No, that's going to be short. How you going, Tris?
Hey, Matt. I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Looking forward to this match.
Ah, what an afternoon now. The sun's come out. It's quite nice here.
It's been a nice day. The weather's been perfect all day, actually.
It has. We're lucky because I think it's meant to turn pretty nasty tonight.
Don't talk about the weather.
Yeah. And we're in for a ripping game, aren't we?
Oh, yes.
Of course, Thor's only just finished his mixed pairs game.
Yep, he's had a
half an hour break.
He's had a big
He's
day.
loaded up on some sugar and some food, he was telling me, and just tried to relax, and here he goes again. He's had a big day. He had the mixed pairs. What else did he have? Did he have something this
had
morning?
the men's singles this morning.
Yeah, right.
The quarter-final game. Against Barry Brennan, I think. Yep, from Bendigo Capacity Goldfields. Well, Dawsy tried to go long, and Thor's changed it on him.
This will be interesting.
Just try and get clarification on that first end. I think it was a 2.
Looked like a 2, didn't it, from
Yeah.
here?
It was a great response from Daws.
They've both been pretty busy up here, haven't they, really? Daws
Yeah.
has played off in the 4s as well.
He
and he's in
did.
the triples on Friday.
Well, that's what happens when you're good, Tris.
Yeah, a few different events.
You should know that.
Oh.
So it was a 2. Next door, Tris, we have the other semi-final.
Okay, who have we got in that, Matty?
Jeff Lowe's, who I watched just recently play Craig Ford, and he's drawn a shot after being probably 3 down, and he's now out to a 10-3 lead to Ian Brimblecombe. Brimblecombe? I'll just check that.
Gee, that's a fair start, isn't it? 10-3.
Yeah, he got a 3 on the first end. Brimblecombe.
So this is interesting here. So Thor's gone short and he's loaded it up. This will be drawing for 3 or even 4 here. 3, you reckon, Matty?
It's a measure, but this one's in.
3
This
and a
one's
look.
in.
Yeah.
some of our viewers might not have realised, but David Daws rolled the jack into the ditch, which gave the mat to
I was
Thor.
talking about this yesterday. It's so important, isn't it, with the jack rolling? Like, you'd rather actually roll it a little bit, not quite where you want it, but not lose it,
Yeah.
than get the jack in the pit and lose it completely. Easy to do, though.
Definitely is. But it can throw you off your game a little bit
Can.
after a good start and then give the mat away.
So Thor's gone same length, no surprise there.
Yep.
He's rolled that pretty well. Of course, Thor being a Molly Duker, playing his forehand. And just pulling up that bit there.
What did you just call Thor?
Molly Duker?
A
Have you not heard that?
No, I've never heard that before.
Left-handed.
Oh, right. Lefties.
Lefties.
What do we call them?
Molly Dukers.
Molly Duker. Why?
I don't know. It was something.
Okay.
That's
Thought
from,
you might have had a nickname for him.
No, that's from my parents. I don't know. Someone on the live stream will have a comment around that.
Oh, I'm sure
might
they'll
be a bit old school.
Okay. So that was actually a 4 on that first
Hey.
end. Oh, sorry, second end for Thor.
Yeah, right. The full count.
Oh,
Kaz has just chimed in and said, yes, it's Molly Duker.
Molly Duker.
There you go. You learn something every day, Matt.
I'm always learning, Chris. What a great correction from
Thor?
Thor.
Yeah.
Are we calling him Thor, or is it Shannon?
I don't
or
know. It'll just maybe
I don't
change.
know whether to call it David or Daws.
It's
Do we
fluid.
So do we go Daws and Thor?
I'm happy to run with that.
Okay.
Very methodical delivery. Very deliberate.
Yeah, very smooth.
Yep. I was talking to him between games and he was saying to me, you know, he's just really getting through now. Like, he's just trying to, in the zone, not really thinking too much. He'd be tired.
Yeah.
Just, sometimes you play your best bowls like that because you haven't got energy to think about all the other stuff. Oh, shot. Oh, thought he was going to sit the shot bowl then.
So did I. So he's looking to draw again.
He looks good. Oh, it's just going to pull up. The green is probably starting to slow down a bit, do you think?
I think a little bit.
Daws just having a think about this one.
No, he's under with
A
that
little
one.
bit under. Gave it a chance. Looks like 1 to Thor from here. So we're getting educated here on the live stream. Someone
Yep.
has told us it was English slang for left-handed circa 1930 and meant clumsy. That gives you an indication of my age, Matty.
Yeah, that's probably why I don't know it.
So 1 Thor, was it?
Yeah, 1 to Thor.
keeping to that same length, and why wouldn't you? So important, rolling the jack where you want it, isn't it?
Yeah, jack length is everything in this game.
And of course in singles, Matt, it's so important to nail that first bowl, put some pressure on the opposition.
Yeah, Brad and I were talking about this earlier. First bowl pressure is everything in singles.
Yep.
If you can get that first bowl, you know, half a mat behind or just in front.
Yep. Mat width, mat length at worst.
Yeah, nothing to sit on. Your opponent's then chasing.
So what do we know about Daws? He's obviously in 3 events up here, so he clearly goes okay. He's gone from Shep Park to Tully-Garoopna this year.
Right, yeah. I haven't done my research. I'll apologise to our viewers. I did see him at the Region Sides Championships. He was skipping one of the rinks. I did commentate his fours game, which seems like a week ago, but it wasn't. It was only a couple of days ago. He was wearing a
good shot there.
A hat that was signed by all his players.
Okay.
Yeah, you couldn't have missed it. It was a big hat.
I had my hands full that day, I think.
Yeah. So, tell us about your state champions week so far. You played the fours.
We did play the fours. We got off to a ripping start, obviously, in the round of 16, but we went to sleep and the others played extremely well, so we ended up losing in an extra and.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Bring that up.
Yeah. Thanks, Maddie. You should know. We're from the same region. Surely you knew that.
I know.
Anyway, and we made the semi-final for the pairs.
Okay, great effort.
Yeah, which was good.
Which was won by Sandbelt, wasn't it?
Yeah,
women's pairs.
They were solid all the way through. Nicole McKenzie and Barbara Vaughan.
Yep.
Very happy celebrating last night. Is he close here?
Is he going to get down?
He's 2 down. So he's now 2 down. And Daws has what? A map to draw for 3. That's what it looks like.
Will he go the same way? Because he's seen that line 3 times.
I would think he'd be playing the backhand.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, someone said he's one of the nicest blokes going around. That's good to know.
Well, I think he's added the gravy.
He sure has. That sends a message.
Yeah. Good response after...
Yep. Good fight back. 3 to Daws. Five all.
Great response after dropping a 4 and then a 1. No. Yep, 5 all.
5 all. Just waiting for them to update the scoreboard.
Yeah, they're not.
Okay, so Daws has got the mat. Change the length straight away.
Yeah, that was the length he was trying to get on that second end.
Yep, so he's obviously come out.
Start.
He's obviously come out with a game plan.
Yep.
And that is a ripping start. Mat width. We have another ladies single semi-final going on green.
We do. We'll try and keep you informed about that. That's Sam Atkinson versus
Karen Brennan. And the reason they're on a different green is because Sam played down on this green in the mixed pairs in the last game. So just to keep it all as fair as possible,
Right.
they're playing up there. So we'll try to keep the scores coming through for the people on the live stream as well.
Yeah, they are all being live scored though, and we have
Yep.
drilled this into our listeners or our viewers.
Yeah, that's a
Find
great concept.
Yeah.
The live scorecards.
Yep, it's part of Bowls Link, and it's,
Maybe wrap it into your collar.
okay. Sorry, just a few mic issues there. Oh, just slipped through the gap there.
The ladies' score is 8 versus 1.
Okay,
Strzelecki 1. So that's Sam Atkinson, isn't it?
it is, Sam.
So Karen's on 8 at this stage. Oh, as Thor just draws through there, I think he's just drawn another. Nope, just the one.
Good job, you lot.
How have you found the uptake with the live scoring? Because I know you've been going around.
Yeah, it's been one of
Getting
my
people on
jobs
board.
each day to make sure we've got volunteers who are going to help us with it. What a bowl.
Wowee.
Let's have a look at the
That
replay
worked.
of that.
Yeah.
Oh, what a result.
Yeah.
What a bowl.
Well, they had perfect weight. Big bowl from Thor here.
Now, I've just realised that that match between Sam Atkinson and Karen Brennan is not being live scored. So we'll do our best to fix that up for you so you can follow the scores. We can see the scoreboard from here, and it is 8 to Karen and 1 to Sam.
That's 1 Daws here, so...
Is it?
Yep.
Thor's got the mat.
No, 1 Thor. $6-5. Well, if this is any indication, we're in for a
Yeah.
ripping game.
So Thor's straight away gone back to that length that he had on the second end.
Yep, straight back to that length. It's almost perfect rolling of the jack, actually. Basically the top of the line to the tee. Bowl behind's never wasted, really,
No,
is it?
no. But he would have wanted a bit closer than that. As we said, that first bowl pressure.
Yeah.
You're looking for a mat length.
Has
or
Daws punished him?
sort of. It's a mat
There's
length.
room for these two. Leroy's just popped up and said best green in Australia. Well, you'd know Leroy, you've played here a lot.
Well, there you go. That's the length he's looking for on the first bowl.
Great shot, Thor. And congratulations to Leroy, of course,
Yeah.
in the Champ of Champs. Again. Hello, Patricia Kay. Hope you're keeping well. I think we'll see you later in the week for the triples. There's definitely room here for Thor. Draw another closey, put some pressure on.
Well, he has.
Yeah, good
Look at
shot.
this. marker. How's he looking, Trish? He's looking to get in there on the forehand.
I think he's going to run out of steam.
Yeah.
His line was really good.
Perfect.
He's got another one. Of course, this is a tricky time as the shadows are coming across the green as well. Even next door, you see them. The shadows up and down the green, and the pace is starting to change a little bit. It's easy to have unders and overs.
Yep. And the score in the game next door.
Not for Thor. It's still easy for Thor. As he draws a third.
Jeff Lowe is leading 13-5.
Extraordinary start.
Yeah. Well, he started with a 3 and they were all within a mat.
Mm. All right,
big bowl here for Daws. Cut this 3 down.
He's on the same line, I think.
Yeah, he just needs that extra length. He was looking on the first.
He's
close.
played it pretty well. Yeah, great shot.
Oh.
Great shot.
They're going to go for a measure here, I think.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from here, isn't it? I might be chocking that bowl pretty quickly of...
Actually, they're going for the umpire.
Okay, for shot. From here, it looks like if Daws' bowl falls over,
well,
he'd have shot.
So if I was Thor, I'd be chocking that bowl.
Yeah.
I'm sure our umpire will chock it as soon as they come out.
I'm sure they will.
Yep, going for the chock straight away.
We had one the other day with the lovely AJ in pairs that was sitting like that, and I didn't play my last bowl. We were like, quick, take it before it falls over. AJ was jumping. We were like, hurry up, let's claim it before it falls. Yeah, and Lorraine, as the extraordinary official that she is, chalked it straight away.
Yeah.
Great umpiring.
So the law is you got 30 seconds.
Yeah, you can sit and... Yeah, that's right.
When the last bowl comes to rest, where you don't have to chock it after that.
Is it 30 seconds you're not allowed to chock it for 30 seconds?
Yep.
Yeah, that's... Okay.
Yep. So if you think that your bowl's going to fall down...
You can make people wait 30 seconds.
You can tell them that I've got 30 seconds.
Daws got it.
What a bowl.
Wow,
3 down.
4-shot turnaround.
Yeah, fantastic.
Six all, and we go again. And nearly lost the jack in the pit. It's just sitting right on the plinth.
So you know what Thor would have done?
Yep. Goes back on the tee. Pretty good start, isn't it, Maddie?
It's a great start.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the pressure you need.
Good shot. I haven't seen much of Daws' games with the triples and fours, but does he play ditch to ditch as a... Do you know by chance? Or is this maybe a game plan he has in particular?
Just trying to remember that game against Ballarat Highlands.
Yeah. Sometimes you find either people have their preferred lengths or they have a strategy against the player that they're playing against. I always say you just play your own game. Doesn't really matter who you're playing.
Well...
Thor's just going, I don't care what length you roll. Scotty Marron, it's getting cold here. And it's late.
Right. Is he having a go at me again? He's always into me on the social, Scotty Marron. I had a go at him this morning that he was actually surprised that he was up so early.
He probably had to go to work for a change. Hello, Barbie. Yes, congratulations again from... I can see you there under Spence, Barbara Vaughan. Yes, whoever was asking about the ladies' game, yes, that is going on. That's going on the other green because there was a double up. Sam was just playing on this green, and it is currently 1 to Samantha Atkinson versus 14 to Karen Brennan.
Good eyes. I couldn't see that from here. That's a great
Eagle
start by
eyes.
Karen.
It is a great start.
Sam's been bowling really well.
It could be a long game. Yes, it could be, Faye. Could be a good game.
Well, strap yourself in. Nothing wrong with a long, great game.
Get a nice glass of whatever is your favourite drop and sit back and watch this game unfold. Have you got a tip here? Is that wrought with danger? Great shot, Thor. Who do you think's going to win this, Matty?
Oh, we haven't done that all week.
No?
Tipping.
I got put on the hot seat the other day.
Well, I remember 2 years ago I did that when I first started, and you were into me ever since because I tipped.
That was down at Warrnambool. You tipped Tiffany, I think.
Tipped to get the chocolates.
Playing.
Oh,
great shot. Well, you were right that night. But,
yeah, I know, but you were into me about it.
Expected a bit of, region loyalty. Actually, you can use it as motivation, because we had a bit of that up at the recent group stuff at Moama, and you listen to the live stream, and if you're the underdog, it actually can give you incentive. Probably too late once they're out there.
What's he done here? Has he got enough on this, Trish?
Oh, he's close.
Oh, he has.
That is a great ball.
Not a lot of room to draw in
No.
there.
He's drawn a front hopper.
Is it
I
two?
think that's 2, yes.
Oh, what a bowl.
No guts, no glory. Because, any touch on that jack, he moves it sideways, he's 1 down, but he's gone for it and drawn another.
Well, I think we're going to get a lesson in draw bowling today, or this afternoon.
There you go.
Evening.
Tim Gribble is saying he normally loves short ends, plays them in pennant. So, just goes to show the versatility. He probably does have a game plan for this,
Right.
going ditch to ditch.
So maybe he wants Thor to know that I'm always going to go long, but happy to play short.
Yeah, yep, yep,
I like it.
yes, clever.
Do you go into your matches with a game plan? Did you have a game plan with Alison?
Yes, we do. Yeah, you do. I'm not overly formal, and you have to. That's a great start from Thor.
Yep.
I think you need to. You must do it yourself. I think we all need to be flexible, but you can have a plan that you can then change if it's not working. You have plan A, plan B, right? But yes, a plan.
Oh, what a response
Yeah.
from Daws.
Great shot. Yeah, I'm not sure, Kaz, to answer your question. Kaz has just asked, where's Tiff this year?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe she didn't play in it because, she's she would normally win some region events. Maybe she wasn't playing this year. I know she was playing pennant.
So she's at
Down at
Keysborough?
Keysborough, coaching, and
Northern Gateway?
yeah, or Sandbelt. Which one? Actually, not sure. I don't know, Kaz, but yeah, certainly missed. Big presence around these things. Okay, so 1 to Daws, sitting right on it, virtually.
All going.
Is he going to reach?
Oh, it's close.
Good try, good line. Oh, we've got Brian from Belfast. Nice to see balls being played in the sunshine. Well, it is sunny, Brian. It's not necessarily warm at the moment, but might be compared with Belfast standards.
Thanks for that clarification on Keysborough. It is Sandbelt. My bad. Saying Northern Gateway.
How fast is the green, John's asking. What do you reckon, Matt?
We've had that question numerous times. I think it was running 14, close to 15 today. It may be running about 14.
Yeah. still, these greens are beautiful.
They are.
Had all this rain, and they've just drained within 12 hours, pretty much, on Friday night.
Yeah, I was talking to Aaron yesterday, and he said that just about every state champs he's had rain on the lead in.
Yeah, and this year we're a bit later, I think, too. Oh, that was a brave shot. Daws. 1 Daws.
Yeah, he was really looking for that draw weight to get that second.
Yeah, I think it's a bit later in the year, too, this year. So it's going to be, you're going to expect it might be a bit colder the nights and the mornings.
Well, today's been a ripper, 19 degrees.
Yeah, beautiful. What's tomorrow? Snow?
It's getting colder
Yeah.
as we go along. I've heard there's a 12 coming up.
Oh, a top of 12?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yep, the beanie will be coming out for that day, I think.
Yep. This is interesting. Daws has changed the length.
He has.
I'm not sure if that's deliberate.
And look at that.
Yep.
It's the starter you want.
So we have 8-7 Northern Gateway. Just checking our score matches the board, and it does. Sam's making a little surge out the back there. She's now, she's 4 versus 14 to Karen Brennan. And the boys over there, Matt?
Yeah, it's Jeff Lowe still leading, 14-6.
Okay.
But Ian has just bowled a great bowl to be holding 2.
Yep. You often find with these games the ebbs and flows, aren't they? Like someone gets off to a great start and then the momentum switches. Someone
you can
gets
see
out.
Ian
Yeah.
and Jeff's game just on the right of this rink. Has he got the weight on this, Tris?
Looks all right.
Looks good.
Looks really good. Oh, well, that works too. He had good weight.
Okay.
Holding 2. 2 in a measure, according to the umpire.
Looks like that to me. Thor's going to want
What's
to change
Thor got?
this.
He's coming on the backhand.
He'll want to attack it.
He's close.
Is he going to hold? Oh.
Well, it's only 2.
Okay.
He has a very nice shot now. So do you think Daws will be looking to just tuck this jack?
Yeah, you'd want to get something in the
back?
front or change it.
A little bit skinny. I don't want to make that target any bigger.
Okay. Well, he's actually put another one in.
Yeah, it's a good bowl.
Is he going to do it on draw weight or a little bit over, or go at it?
I think he's got to go at it when you're 3 down, doesn't
He's
he?
winding up.
Yep, controlled weight.
How's he looking?
Backhand for Thor. He's close.
He's looking good. Oh, straight
great
out
shot.
Side. And we go again.
Dead end. You got big plans tonight, Matty? Could be late. Could be a late finish.
No, I don't have massive plans tonight.
Noreen's just saying she can't get live scores for the ladies.
Yeah,
We're aware
I'm
of
still
that.
working on that. It is 14-4 at the moment.
Yeah, no one's doing the live scoring, Noreen, unfortunately, but we will...
I'm going to head over there and see if I can get Sam's mum, who
Okay.
Sharon,
Yep.
who was doing it for us before. So I might get someone to come in, Tris, and take over for a moment.
Okay. No probs. Oh, another great start from Daws. He's looked for that 3/4 length, slightly longer than what he's been playing. Yes, Scotty. Yeah, Matt's been working hard today. How about you? Scott Majon, giving Matty a hard time. Well, again, it's not wasted, it's down the back from Thor. You can just see that in our view with the cameras. Jack High from Daws, another well-weighted bowl. Maddie's just going up to try to get the live scores done happening for the ladies, and stepping in we have Tony Sherwell, Bowls Victoria CEO.
Afternoon, Trish.
Welcome,
Afternoon,
Tony.
everybody. I can tell you Karen Brennan was leading 14-1 over Samantha Atkinson.
Yeah, I think Sam's just got 3 back, but it's
just starting to come back a little bit. Might be 14-6 or 7 after this last end. So
it's certainly the start you'd be looking for, isn't it?
oh, absolutely, from Karen.
Yeah.
She'd be very pleased.
Yeah, for Karen's point of view.
Cracker of a
Not
match
from
here
Sam's
too.
point of view. Yes, this could be a long game. It's interesting too, they're really changing the lengths up. We've had everything so far.
And some pretty good results too.
Great
Fine
shot,
bowls like that
Thor.
one.
Yep.
Make it look easy, don't they?
Yeah. Even as this green is changing, because it would be changing at the moment with the shadows coming over. And
Yeah, absolutely. Shadows have enveloped just about all the green. We can see a little bit down near where our marker's standing, Rodney Bates. Just under from Dawsy.
gave it every chance. There was a little bit of debating about foot faulting. Yeah, I can't see anyone foot faulting. Yeah.
One all or part of 1 foot on or above the mat is the rule.
It's pretty clear, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
And you know what, though? I don't think anybody's trying to foot fault to get an advantage to get
No,
closer. It's
no.
maybe just a
great
slight technique
shot.
issue. Beautiful bowl in there.
That looks like 2, 4.
14-5 over on the women's semi-final.
Okay.
Atkinson v Brennan. Of course, Karen Brennan is the 14.
Thor just sneaking away a little bit here at 10-7.
Yeah, a little mini break, as they
Yep.
say in tennis.
Oh, some of the dad jokes coming through yesterday. What was the tennis one? Don't fall in love with a tennis player because love means nothing to them.
Never ending those dad jokes.
Boom, boom.
Yep.
Yeah. We seem to have an extraordinary amount of talented bowlers with their joke-telling abilities.
We do.
Okay, back to this. Thor's sort of been playing this length from the start. It was different. He had the mat back on the tee, but he was rolling to the same length. So
Yep.
he's moved it just up the green a bit, but same length.
We're about 3 yards in from the tee and 3 yards in with the jack, maybe 4.
So pretty good start.
Yep. not
With a
too
mat, yeah, that's a good start.
Close measure over on the other rink too. Of course, is the Ian Brimbleton from Ovens and Murray match against Jeff Lowe, L-O-W-E.
Yep, and that gap
Memory blank
is
there.
that gap is closing in because there was quite a big gap earlier.
9 zip
Yeah,
to start
yeah.
off with. Jeff came out on fire, went
Yeah.
2, 3 and 4. Put a space on Mr. Brimbleton, but he's
Yep.
brought it back a little. He's just picked up another one there, so 9-14. And I Don't think Todd will be too happy with that one.
No, that's not much good there. Very rarely does the jack come forward. These players are quick, Barbara Green's commenting. Yeah, they are pretty quick on the mat. It's good.
No argument from me. I much prefer a quicker player.
Yeah.
Quite often see a lot of questions from Todd Shannon, though.
Something's bothering him a little bit there. I don't know what it was. Stepped off the mat twice.
He was out here doing his visualisation exercises before today's play, so...
Okay. Yeah,
doing his stretching.
He's very disciplined, isn't he? Like,
He
it's
is.
a great shot. And the marker's just going to indicate for us which one's holding. Oh,
There we go.
two
Looks
to
like
Thor.
they got him for shot, so from the naked eye I was going to say that might have been still Dawsey's shot holding.
Two blue. Until this one comes in. It's going to slide off the front.
That's through the gate.
Nearly did it. Yeah, you see the players are getting, I think, quicker and quicker. We're seeing more and more of that with this style of play, with the UBC, with shot clocks and
Yep.
things.
Not a bad thing at all. Cracker there from Todd Shannon, just a little resting toucher. Marker signals holding 3.
Matty's just come back. He's got the live scoring up and running for the ladies now. So
Perfect.
for those people asking, you can jump on and have a look at the live scorecard, which will be good. Matty's done a great job running around getting people on board with
He
that.
has. He's found a band of volunteers.
Well,
and speaking of great job,
great
David
shot.
Daws
Great
nestles the jack from the resting toucher out of bounds.
Yep.
We'll replay that end. Of course, in state championships, there are no respots. This is the serious game.
Because, of course, the respot is not serious.
Correct.
Yeah, it's a different game,
Very
actually,
much a
isn't
time-limited
it?
game.
Yeah. You have to think about where you put that
Yep.
waster bowl sometimes covering the tee, don't you?
Correct. State champs is all about playing for the longest to make sure we get the most deserving winner, as it should be.
As it should be. You don't want to come this far and get timed out.
No, correct. And if you think of it in the worst example ever, Triss, I could play you in a one-end match and I'm a good chance of winning. But if we played 10 ends, I'm less chance. If we
you're
played
far too generous.
100 ends, I'm no chance. And that's the principle with state championships. You want to make sure you give the best players the best opportunity.
Yeah. And certainly playing on the best greens and the best conditions, all that kind of stuff.
And you certainly can't argue with these.
No.
Tonks has done a wonderful job here.
Beautiful.
Bendigo East, as he always does.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of volunteers that help him as well.
We've had people tuning in from Belfast on this live stream so far. So
Hello, Belfast.
we think it's cold. Oh, great start there
Yep.
from Thor. We think it's cold here, but it's probably nothing compared with what
No,
they
well,
get.
this is true. Well, we had Kevy Anderson on the live stream earlier, just come back from Scotland. He had
Of
a
course.
quick trip home for, I think it was his father's 60th from
Yep.
memory, and a few other functions on. Turned up in shorts and a t-shirt, was quite happy with the weather.
It's all relative.
Exactly.
That's a fair reply. He just pulled up a little bit, but the line was spot on from David Daws.
Pretty good memory there.
Two beautiful bowls from Thor. Now,
We haven't seen Dawsey play with a lot of weight. He
Yeah.
does have a very good drive. They are
I'd
set up
say
for
this
it.
might be coming now. Controlled weight. Well, they both go if he gets
It's
it
not a
right.
bad line. He'll get one and jack. So now it becomes a two-bowl shootout, really.
Yep, sure does.
Marker will just signify where the jack is.
Put the
Let's
marker on
see
the
if we
back.
can pan that camera down slightly and show the marker on the bank.
Getting there. Well, this is good enough for shot,
There
but
we go.
there you go.
Yeah, Todd won't be happy with that. That's, you can see on that camera angle it was about 1.5 yards short of the tee, which is obviously 2 yards short of the ditch. Better weight here from Dawsy.
Yep. Both got a bowl each still.
Yep, still plenty of room.
Great drill this one, isn't it? Draw
It
to
is.
the plinth.
Exactly. Draw to the ditch.
Yep. He looks pretty good here, Tony.
It does look to be the shot.
Yep. Marker indicates that's correct. So what?
David Daws just asking how far off the ditch.
Do you think he's looking for the bowl here?
Well, he's not going to make huge numbers if he does.
He's looking
but
for the bowl.
He is.
Okay. It's all about how the player feels in that moment, what they're most comfortable playing. He's close, isn't he? Oh.
Just a bit high, so he really had the option of trying to draw within probably 1.5 foot
Yep.
or trying to remove the bowl. Felt more confident trying to remove the bowl. Nonetheless, no real damage, one down.
No. One Thor.
Ian Brimblecomb's picked up another shot or two over there. It's still trails, but a gap narrowing, 10-14.
Yeah, it's game on over there, isn't it?
Very much. And Sam Atkinson's picked up another couple out in the back green. She trails 7-14.
Ebbs and flows. I was talking about this earlier, especially in singles. You know, it goes one way and then it switches over and it's a completely different game. And
100%. We saw 14-1 out the back earlier, which is now 14-7, as we said. It was 9-zip
yeah,
on the rink one over, now 10-14. So ebbs and flows, as you say, Tris.
yeah. Hello, Kim. Yes, Northern Gateway have had a good run. In fact, they're probably up there in contention with one of the most successful regions so far. Of course, there is a prize for that, an award, a shield, isn't it, Tony?
There is, yes.
Yeah.
There is. I haven't seen the updated results. We'll get those publicised in the
Some
next
point.
day or so as it gets towards the pointy end of the week.
Mm-hmm. Yep, certainly worth getting up here, Kim, if you can, to watch Carla and Jordany.
Get well looked after here at Bendigo East, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And of course, no shortage of good bowls to watch. Just a touch shy here from David Daws.
Mm-hmm.
Barbara saying many empty chairs. That's on the other side of the green, there is for sure. People are in the sun, which is behind us, so we might not get them on camera, but
They are here.
good crowd
Trust
in
us.
here.
Thor just really taking his time there, thinking about it before he... No rushing onto the mat, which is good. And well worth it, look at that.
Yep. Got the tattoo of Jack written on the inside of his left forearm, just to remind him what the target is, I presume.
No doubt. It's a fair reply from Daws.
Yep.
He got shot out of that.
He did.
Great
well
shot.
played. Just pushed the Todd Shannon bowl through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my father used to say, "Why do you wear ID bracelets? What, do you forget what your name is?" Just reminded me with that comment about the jack.
Is that a dead joke?
Maybe it'd be tattoos now because they're pretty popular.
This is true.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah, I don't think it will have helped, but
It's a bit of chalk on there. Rodney just wiping that off.
well spotted.
So ideally, David wants to draw behind here, sit those blue bowls. You think?
It
Catch
actually
it?
looks like he's changing hands, but
He does. This is maybe
I would have thought it would have been on the right-hander's forehand, but that's why he's out there playing and I'm standing here. But
He's played it pretty well.
this is a very good bowl.
He needs to get up. Oh.
Yep, that's there. That is the shot. Holding 2 now. Last
Paul
ball to
playing a bit of
come.
running weight on his backhand, I think.
Get one out. So now David Daws changing back to his forehand.
Yeah,
Showing his
interesting.
versatility.
Yeah. He's done it, hasn't he? Good enough? Yeah, he has. Great shot. Backhand, forehand,
Yep.
doesn't really matter.
No. Good enough.
Good afternoon from Aberdeen, New South Wales. Where that is? Do you know where that is?
I don't. Never been to Aberdeen.
No,
But,
not-
hopefully we get an invitation from Glenn.
Yep. It's probably warmer than here, just saying. Tony, don't ask trick questions. I don't make the rules, I just know what they are.
This is the 31 in New South Wales, v
Yeah,
25
yeah.
here. Oh, look, I think we're just a little bit more efficient here in Victoria, aren't we?
Yeah,
That's
probably,
the
yeah.
answer.
We're a big believer about quality over
Yep,
quantity.
correct.
Right. I actually think it used to be
Yeah, it
longer,
did.
didn't
Many
it?
years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah. Well before our time, Tony.
Yep, and then we grew up.
That's it. We evolved.
Yep.
It's a bit like daylight savings.
Tell you what, another good opener here from David Daws.
Yeah, great start,
Really
David
found
Daws.
some rhythm here.
Aberdeen's in the Hunter, apparently. Oh, a beautiful part of the world.
Okay,
Been
thank
up
you
to
very
the
much.
convent in
Very
the
happy
Hunter.
with the
Yeah.
invitation now.
Yeah, thanks.
And sample some of the local product.
I have stayed at the convent in the Hunter Valley. It's a beautiful part of the world,
There you go.
which is Peppers, I think, now.
Yeah, nice. So just a slight delay here. Todd now back on the mat.
Just getting an update up the back. So Sam is now 7 versus Karen 15. What was that break? Did Thor go to the bathroom? Was it a comfort
little,
stop?
little comfort stop.
Yep.
Gave Dawsy just a little bit of time to think about it.
Yep. Does look like the green's slowing down a tiny bit.
Yep. Yep.
Still no dramas. The green's still running pretty well.
Yeah, you can see the bowl's finishing pretty well.
Yeah.
We can also see Ovens and Murray, which is Ian Brimblecombe, is only now 1 shot behind Jeff Lowe, 14-15. So a good match developing, 1 rink over as well.
Yeah, that massive lead is now gone, isn't
Yep.
it?
And that will be the shot bowl.
Great
Lovely
shot,
bowl.
Thor.
Almost perfect line. Nestles in behind the jack.
There we go. Barbara Green's just saying that the New South Wales is 25 up now as well for
Yes.
the men and the ladies.
Yes, congratulations to New South as they've unified after
Yep.
a long period of being 2 separate organisations.
It's good.
Yeah, nice result there from David Daws.
Yeah,
Promoting
got
his
shot out
front
of that.
bowl up into shot.
Yeah. There's probably a pretty nice shot for Thor here, isn't there? On his forehand, I would have thought.
Yep.
Set the bowl, move the jack a little bit.
Well, not lost there. Still has another opportunity, but
No, they gave it a chance. The weight was definitely good.
Triss, you are in demand.
Oh, making me feel good.
You're
Thanks.
going to Richmond, you're going to Whittlesea, you're going to stick around at MCC.
The bowls rumour mill, hey? It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, it is very close to the Victorian off-season, so there is always a bit of player movement, a bit of speculation about who's going to go where.
Yeah.
Seen some big signings in recent times. Aaron Sheriff coming down to Deer Park.
Yeah, that's exciting, isn't it?
It is. It is. One of the better bowlers in the country.
Yeah, Omar to Deer Park, and there's a new signing at Bundoora too, isn't there?
Triss, I have no idea. Good bit of cover there from Dawsy. If that jack's
That's a
shooting
happy
out,
home.
that's where it's
Yeah.
going to go. So well played.
So Todd gets the luxury of another look at this shot. Just sitting on the bowl, just touching the jack.
I feel it might be a bit high, but starting to swoop now. I'm going to start eating my words.
Yeah, good shot.
Great bowl.
Oh, yeah.
Just kicked it a touch too far. You see this one really hook in late. Second set of bowls Todd's been using this week.
Is it?
Yeah, he started
changed
with
bowls.
a yellow set on his first game yesterday and then switched to the blue set this morning on a
Okay.
different rink and has stuck with them. I
they-
actually don't know what sort they are.
Okay.
I should have paid more attention, shouldn't I? But
Okay, you got enough to do.
well, trying to keep out of trouble is enough for me to do. So one more to David Daws.
Anya Kim, I see that you are just telling stories, making up porky pies. Why not?
That's how the rumour mill starts,
That's
Kim.
it.
Well played.
Okay, so it is now 8 versus 11 on the mat. To Thor holding 11, Thor 11 and David Daws 8.
And Ian Brimblecombe has taken the lead in the other men's
Wow, he has
single
too.
semi for 17-15, leading Jeff Lowe. Was down 9-zip after the first 3 ends, so really turned that one around.
So he's outscored 17 v6. Is that right?
That is a heck of a
I
turnaround.
had to get my shoes off and count my toes to work
Yeah,
that one
you did
out.
well.
But
You did well.
yeah, ebbs and flows.
Yep. Looks like still 7-15 Sam Atkinson v Karen Brennan, which is Strzelecki v Wimmera.
Yep.
Scoreboard is slightly obscured, but I think it's 7-15.
Good tussle.
Yep. That one as well, we were saying earlier, was 14-1 the difference at the start. So
So that's 7v1. Something like that in the last few ends.
well played. No toes required again.
No.
You got skills. Speaking of skills, Todd Shannon has taken the hat off.
Oh, that is a
Finds
great
little track
bowl.
in there, the edge of his own bowl.
Yeah.
Nestles in for shot. You can see on the replay here, this one comes straight in, gets a friendly edge.
Yep, perfect weight. Will this let go enough to come down and sit the shot bowl? Oh, yes, he has. Great
Yes
shot.
is the answer.
2, probably?
Yep.
Doors?
There's a bit of action. There
Yep.
is 2. Spot on, Tresty. You've got good eyes.
About the only big name Deer Park hasn't signed up is Gary Ablett. Probably fair. It's been good. It's good for Melbourne Premier Division to have these players available to play with and against, and the live streaming's been superb this season just gone.
100%. Look, you've only got to look at young fellas, Tyson, Cromie, Kobe Cromie, getting the opportunity to play with Alex Marshall. I mean,
Yeah.
we are developing Victorian talent every time we get these good
Yeah.
marquee players in. So
Yeah, and I had the pleasure, if you'd call it that, of playing against Alex Marshall's rink with the Chromies in there, and what an opportunity to play against the greatest in the world.
good bit of weight here. Collects one.
Yeah, great
Narrows
shot.
it down. It'll still be 1 to David Daws.
That's a bit heavier than his other ones with his controlled weight, so he's really going the kill on that one.
Yep.
I think.
Well, David Daws claiming 2 here by the look of this. So.
There's a little. Yep. Yep. 2 to Daws.
There you go. So was holding 3.
Yep.
1 removed from the count. Nonetheless, we are 11-10. This one is close. Still 7-15 on the Atkinson-Brennan rink. Feels like it's been on that score for a long time. So
It
I don't know, might have
does,
had a
yeah.
dead end or 2.
Of course, Sam played the mixed pairs down here in the game prior and picked up a 5 in the last end, I think, to win.
She did.
Yeah.
Down 3.
What a game.
Playing the last end. And as you say, picked up a 5. So be high on confidence.
That's a great start from David Daws.
Yep.
Mat length probably behind. Very handy.
Not a bad reply too. Correct, Tommy, that you have read the score correctly. 11-10. Of course, Tommy,
Tick.
our over 60s back-to-back men's singles champion.
Another MCC champion. We had Alison in there last year as well. Had a few.
You did.
Could we have more scores from the other men's semi-final?
Yes,
Sure.
certainly can. It is now 19-15. Ian Brimblecombe continuing to put the pressure on, as is Todd Shannon here. Just a little touch on the jack.
Great
so
shot.
19-15, Ian Brimblecombe over Jeff Lowe. That's Ian Brimblecombe from Ovens and Murray and Jeff Lowe from Wimmera. It's been a heck of a turnaround.
What might be going through Jeff's mind right now, you know, like he had that wonderful start and he's got to just forget about it now and just play you back to the start of the game. You can't help but sort of have this turning around in your head that you had that great start and you've given it up to some degree.
His bowls at the start and the first few ends were just amazing.
Yeah.
It just could not seem to miss. So, as you say, it's time for him to reset. It doesn't look like the type of guy that much is going to bother him, though.
I wouldn't have thought so.
No.
No. Cool, calm and collected.
Speaking of not going to bother him,
Wowee. Great shot,
lovely
Thor.
bowl there.
Another toucher.
Have to get another
Yep,
spray
that's a
chalk can out there
replay-worthy
soon.
shot. Yeah.
Just in behind, little touch on the
Yeah.
jack. You're guilty.
Now it's kind of like if David does get the jack, it's not really going to go back, it's probably going to go sideways.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at this.
Todd just asking which of the two are the shot bowls. Rodney pointing that out. One right on the jack, of course, and then the one in behind.
Same bowl, yeah. Backhand draw.
Yeah.
I once asked the marker at the Vic Open what shot I should play, and they actually stood and considered it for a minute. I'm only joking. Well, that's a very safe shot. Thor.
Yeah, that was one where, look, I'm already holding two,
Yeah.
so I'll just sneak this one up there somewhere.
Yeah. Just waiting for them to declare the head. Yep, 2 to Thor.
Todd just asking our marker to show the paddles a little wider, saying he's struggling to see them from the other end.
Yeah, which at this time of night, that can happen.
Yep.
At least he's got the paddle. Sometimes in the region events, it's just the fingers. That's even harder.
The paddles do make a big difference, don't they?
Yep.
I know, sitting here commentating, it's certainly a lot easier.
Mm. Oh, good to hear, Faye. You have your Scotch clock. Enjoy that.
Good on you, Faye.
Hope Graham's got something as well.
Of course, Faye's the reigning
Yep.
Victorian Open triples champion.
Yep.
So she can do what she likes. If
Triples
she wants to have a
gold
Scotch,
medal.
she can.
Yeah, can have a couple.
Yeah. And Lee's just telling us Jeff, whose nickname is Duck, so we're going to call him Duck from now on.
Okay.
He's a fighter, nothing worries him. He comes across that way, so...
They bring them tough. They bring them up tough in Garoke.
Yep.
Where's Garoke?
Out in the Wimmera. Garoke.
Is it?
Yep.
Is that wheat country? Yep.
I'd imagine so. Nice part of the world.
Mm.
Although he is in a bit of trouble on that end as well, so looks like he's down 2, maybe 3. So he's currently trailing 19-15. And just dropped another 3, unfortunately. So Les, apologies, that's not good news about the Duck. 22-15. He's trailing.
Not sure about that, Tommy. We're matching the board at the moment, so we will check. We will check. You're obviously all over this. That's great. We'll check with the marker at some point.
So the marker, just as we speak, is updating the score. So there you go, Tommy.
13-12.
13-12.
There we go.
That's why you're the over 60s.
That's it.
Singles champion back-to-back.
We have updated it, Tommy. It just doesn't come up on the big screen yet. It will.
There we go.
Anyway.
It's there now.
There you go. All right, Daws sitting right on the jack.
Good bit of swoop in from that hand
Yeah, it's
too.
still turning, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Good bit of finish.
Yeah.
Todd just asking for position here. 1 down.
Yep, just asking which one is second shot.
Never a shortage of questions.
No. And that's fair enough.
Yep. This
Lucas is at you again, Tony. He's,
What's my little buddy saying? Your shout for lunch. That sounds good to me.
yeah.
So just a bit high there from Todd.
He was not far away with that at all.
No, he wasn't. But let's give some options though for Dawsy.
Touch.
We're saying there's quite a bit of turn from that hand, but surely that's not coming in from that
I think it's just the weight. Isn't it? Oh,
I'll tell you what, it's not far off.
It's very close for second shot, I think.
It's got to beat the front pole, so it's difficult to tell from this angle, but players look happy with it.
It's
That's
2
2 more to David Daws. And all of a sudden,
Game on.
he has hit the front.
Yeah. This has been neck and neck all game.
It has.
Isn't it?
Every time I looked at the scoreboard before I came in
Yep.
commentary, it was, 4-5, 5-5, 6-6. Both players playing very well.
Yes, it is a cracking match, and yes, the green is magnificent. Good comments.
Yeah, I mean, certainly as a player, you could not fault this green at all.
No.
It looks
Tonks
pretty
does
as
a
a
great-
picture.
yeah.
Plays brilliant.
Great start, David Daws. There's that early pressure
Yep.
applied.
Speaking of pressure, Ian Brummelcomb's just left the green for a little bit to consult with his coach about the best shot to play. Of course, his coach is the one and only Anne Miles, Australian over 60s representative.
Yep.
Multiple Victorian champion, of course, Australian champion
Yep.
last week.
and has represented Australia.
Over 60s in
Yeah,
New Zealand.
That's
of course.
it. And it was her birthday yesterday.
It was.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to say what age, but she'd be in the over 30s category for those who are listening
Yeah,
yesterday.
that's right.
Ian Brimblecombe might have been down 2 on the head. He's just done enough to get 1 out, but Jeff Lowe does have 1 bowl still to come.
It's a great game over there, actually.
It is.
As is this. You know, you'd expect that at this level, though.
And a good bit of sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Ian picking up the
Handing the
bowl
bowl.
and handing it to his opponent. They're all played in good spirits here. Everyone seems relatively happy.
It was a great
Speaking
shot.
of happy.
Thor. Great shot.
Should be happy with that. Not knowing how many touches per end he's averaging, but it seems to be a heck of a lot.
Yeah, if you're getting a point for touches like in the UBC, you'd be going all right.
Yep.
You know, just on that age thing before I forget, I did speak, you know, our conversation
Careful.
yesterday about Barbara Vaughan.
Mm.
I did speak to her afterwards and she said, I'm proud of my age. You can tell people.
Good on her.
Yes, how old, you know how we were talking about Barbara, she's so fit. I won't get you to guess, it's fraught with danger.
I'm going to guess 50 then.
Yeah, okay. That's, I did say she plays in the over 60s.
Yeah.
But, so, you know. But she does do boot camp 6 days
6
a week.
days a week, yeah.
And she's actually 74.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, 74 or 75.
She's
Sorry, Barb.
amazing
But
then.
amazing. And she should be very proud of it too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. I don't know whether that's done enough to get that second bowl in for second
Don't
shot.
Don't think so.
Just a bit wide. David Daws with his last bowl this end. Needs contact on jack or shot bowl.
He's close, isn't he?
I think he might be through the
A
gate.
little bit hot, yeah,
Yep.
for that. Good try.
So either line or weight was a little bit off, but still 1 bowl to come. Quite a conversation going on between player and marker.
Yeah. What's that about?
Not sure. No shortage of energy.
There's a bowls club at Goroka by the sound of that from Les Johnson. Thank you for that information. It's tough for those smaller clubs in the country.
It sure is.
Relies so much on
particularly-
volunteers.
Yeah, and the change in regional areas, being a country boy myself, the migration into the bigger regional hubs has made it very difficult for a
Yeah.
lot of those small country towns, but they keep fighting and they have a lot of spirit.
Oh,
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
I think Thor's still holding 1. And I think it was probably only 1 anyway. Could be wrong. Could be wrong.
Not so sure.
No. No. David Daws.
There we go.
Gets the
1
shot.
yellow. The scoreboard is just obscured slightly, but I can tell you out the back in our women's semi-final, Karen Brennan is leading 18-10. So that's Karen
Okay.
Brennan from Wimmera leading Samantha Atkinson from Strzelecki, 18-10. Ian Brimblecombe continues on the rink, 1 over from Owens and Murray. He's leading 22-16 over Jeff Lowe from Wimmera. So halving their results, Wimmera. And of course, on the rink we're on just here, scoreboard yet to be updated if you can see it in the cameras, but it is correct on our screen. David Daws leading 15-13. Great bowl by Ian Brimblecombe, 1 rink over as well. Still a bowl to come each. But
Okay, there's just a bit of questioning on the board and the score, as you were saying, Tony, with Thor just questioning Rodney as the marker, getting him to update the scoreboard.
he does like, having watched him in a couple of games today and yesterday, he does like to update that scoreboard very quickly himself. So
Yeah, and that's where you can jump in and I always think one person should do the board. One person only.
yep. It's a good bowl if it's got the legs.
That's a good bowl.
Yep. That's the shot.
Yep. Is that Supercoach Jan Miles up the back there with the
It
the
is.
blanket on?
Yeah,
Okay.
aka the Sherpa. By the look
Yeah,
of it.
that's right.
It is.
She's about to climb up Everest.
Unfortunately, the spot that she's been sitting has been in the shade for the longest, so she
She's
probably has
hypothermia.
felt it. Yep. Good effort from David
That was a
Daws
great
there.
effort. Just niggled his way through.
A little bit of contact. I'm not sure it'll be shot. It's a very close second if it's not. Probably is from this angle.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it, from here?
Yep.
Just pulling up on Thor there. The line was perfect.
Yep. Marker signals one.
Good eyes,
David
Tony.
Daws. Oh, Ian Brimble, come on, I'll rink over. Has just snuck through a gap that's not even a gap. Doesn't qualify as a gap, but somehow he got a bowl through there.
You wonder sometimes, don't you?
And he's put the mat down, so it must be only one, but there you go.
Oh,
Very
okay.
close to being 2 or 3
Yeah.
and almost game over. So
Yep.
23-16 is the lead to Ian Brimblecombe. As Todd Shannon
That works.
off a couple of things. I'm not sure that's how he planned it in his head.
No, probably not. Still one down.
See on the replay here. Bit wide, but works off the David Daws bowl.
You don't give them back, though, do you?
No,
Get
this
them?
is true. This is true.
Sorry, not sorry.
As they used to say to me, they don't draw pictures on the scorecard.
That's it. Both players just walking down to have a look now.
So still David Daws holding one. And again, more conversation between Mr. Shannon and our marker. Could just be discussing what to do for dinner.
Could be. Sometimes a player just has a little bit of energy as well. They just talking about the trees. Who knows?
I actually got in trouble from a marker once at the Australian Open because me and my opponent were talking too much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were having a great old chat. We had a great day.
You're allowed to talk to your opponent, aren't you?
Well, that's what I thought.
Gee.
Anyway. Wasn't the first time I've been in
You
trouble.
will stop having
Probably
fun.
won't be the last.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. David Daws. He's got a lot of traffic to negotiate here, so it doesn't look like it's got the steam to want to do that. We'll see if it finishes in
No.
a bit of an awkward spot, but probably a bit too short to bother anything. So what's Todd's best shot
Yeah.
here, Tress? Is he just coming up through
I think he's
any
playing.
of these two?
He's got to play his backhand, doesn't he? Trying to.
Left-hander's backhand?
Yeah.
Just to confuse us even
Yeah,
more?
that's right.
Yep.
Hit his bowl up or
Yep.
even through the shot bowl, maybe.
Yep.
Looking at that.
Well, if he's a little bit wide, he can take the shot bowl out.
If
He
he
can
gets that
promote his
out-
bowl, so he does have options.
Tell you what, if he sits on that shot bowl, he's probably got 4.
Mm.
Or if he pops his bowl onto it, through
That's
it.
the best result.
You
He
know.
does have a bit of purpose about it.
Yep. Well, there
Looks
is a
a
shot on here.
Bit
Oh,
narrow,
it's a
though.
bit skinny.
It is a bit skinny.
Might work out alright.
It was about the 5th option.
Yep.
So that'll be one more David Daws, representing Goulburn Murray.
Starting to sneak away a little bit now.
He is. A lead of 16 shots to 13. High standard, Triss. Good bowls from both players.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Oh,
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 and a little dent in the green.
Yep.
Get that repaired tomorrow, thanks, Dawsy.
bit of juggling. Yeah, it's a very high standard, which is great. It's great for the live stream, isn't it?
Yep, speaking of, a high standard bowl gets applause on the rink one
Yeah.
over.
Next door. Resting toucher.
I fear he could be holding game, but I haven't seen a signal from the marker. David Daws is just obscuring the scoreboard, but I think it's 23-16 from memory.
I think it is, yep. Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
A lovely opener, David Daws.
Yep, great start.
So the dark Graham Lowe, Jeff Lowe I should say, needs action here.
He's very close.
It does look pretty good, doesn't it? Yep,
Oh, he's got it.
absolute bomb.
Our marker, Bob, hasn't indicated as he has to wait for the
Nope,
players.
no, he's given them out away, so he is down one. So
Okay.
24-16.
Yeah,
But he
right.
did save games.
He did.
See if that can build a bit of confidence back.
Where is this being played? Leanne Boyson asking. It is at East Bendigo Bowls Club in regional Victoria.
It is. Very strong bowls area. And Sarah Roger, I hope you're on the train or something and not driving.
Yeah, that would be a worry, Sarah.
Yeah, David, you're spot on. The yellow bowls were out yesterday, but he's moved to these blue ones in this morning's game and continued with them for
Great
this
shot.
one. So, and when he can use them like that, why not?
Great shot, Thor. Now I'm sure
It's not a
his
bad
decision
track
to
coming in here,
yeah, it's a
Tress.
good bowl. Yep.
Yep. Well
Numero
played.
uno. Gee, this is as it goes on, the game is just getting higher and higher in standard, isn't it? Tighter and tighter heads.
There's a dinner plate over that
Yeah.
head.
So Thor just asking the marker the exact position of the jack. Of course, the player can go down before his third bowl if he or she asks permission.
Yep.
I've never heard a marker refuse that.
And look, particularly not when we're
Oh,
talking
good
about a
try.
semi-final of a state title, you
Yeah.
would hope the marker senses the occasion. I'm sure they would.
Yeah.
Oh. The duck, Jeff Lowe, just played with a bit of weight and unfortunately removed his own bowl.
Oh, ouch.
So he was holding one. Ian Bribblecombe peeled it off with a very good bowl.
Yeah.
And Jeff, unfortunately, has just taken his own bowl out. So
That hurts.
and Ian Brimblecombe follows it up with a little trail on the jack as well. So he's bowling very well. Currently holding game. Jeff Lowe with 2 bowls still to come though. So we switch back to our stream ring. This is the last bowl of this end. It's not a bad track.
He's close.
Hold that
He
line.
likes it. He's getting down. He likes it. Oh, great
Yep,
shot, Thor.
takes the jack all the way through.
Turns it
From
round.
1 down to 1 up.
He knew too. He was stalking that.
Just got enough of the jack.
1 to Thor.
The women's pairs semi is 18-12 in favour of Karen Brennan over Samantha Atkinson. And Ian Brimblecombe is holding shot with Jeff Duck Lowe with 1 bowl to come. He played with purpose with his second and third bowls, so we expect the same here.
Yep.
Just good solid
You're
weight.
right.
Wants both bowls clean.
Bang, bang. Oh,
Got 1
great
bowl,
shot.
got the jack,
Touch
and
her in the
has
pit. Made 2, maybe. Do that touch. Yep.
so 1 touch out, 1 on the green. And Ian Brimblecombe
Well, there's
is
2
going
in
to
the
find
pit.
himself down
Is it 2?
3. You're-
Yeah. 2
Could
in the
well be
pit.
right.
Could be 3 down.
But back Bobby Carlson as the marker to have removed any bowls that weren't touches. So
Yep. Okay, Thor's stretched this out. This is, I think, the first time I've seen Thor go T to T. I've
this
seen
is
Daws
legit
do
T
it.
to T, isn't it?
Yeah. He's played it pretty well too.
And
that.
Jeff Lowe, yeah, lovely open
nice
bowl.
start.
Goodness gracious. Jeff Lowe has picked up 3.
Yeah, it was 3. Yep.
So there you go. Great hit. 24-19 now after those 3 shots.
Talk about clutch bowls.
Oh,
Up against the wall.
down game, 1 bowl to come. Whooshka.
Yeah. Fair reply here from David Daws. perfect line, just fell a bit short. Okay, Thor's really sending that now. Like, the green has slowed down a touch and we are ditch to ditch. He's played another ripper. Wowee. That is good bowling.
If his first one was good, the second one was just as.
No target either.
No.
Snuck in behind.
Yep,
Perfect
very well
bowl.
played.
Okay, has David Daws added that little bit of weight? I think he has.
Track looks pretty good.
Yeah, nice shot.
It's a lovely bowl.
Yeah.
It's not going to change the situation, but it is a good bowl.
He corrected his weight. Put the two together now. Thor done it again here. Oh, he has to.
That is a pretty good memory.
Wowee. That's applying some pressure, isn't it?
That is legit T to T. And 3 shots. Very, very close. David Daws just missing with his drive. You can see the opportunities there for a 2 and a bit bowl target. Just missing on that occasion. One rink over, Ian Brimblecombe continues to apply the pressure. Looks a little wider on this track.
Oh, he's played it pretty well.
Yeah, and importantly finishes beyond the jack.
Holding 4.
Holding 4 now.
Can't see that on the camera, but the marker is indicating 4. What's happening on that other rink?
So Ian Brimblecombe is holding 1 by the look of it. So that is a match lie.
Yep.
So we come back to David Daws now, who's 4 down on our rink.
Don't want to be dropping 4 at this point in the game, do you?
Nope.
Playing weight into the head, you think? No.
Does he have the trip?
I think he's got the legs. Has he got the line?
That's
Oh, that is a good shot. He's got second shot. Great shot.
4 down to 1 down is as good as a victory as you'll get.
Yep.
His opponent played 4 very good bowls. Well, they're looking to measure this, so that's interesting. I didn't think there was too much doubt, but
Hard to tell, isn't
hard
it,
to
from
tell
here?
from this angle.
It's not 4 though.
No, correct. 1.5. Can we give a half?
Yeah, that'd be the go.
So we see Rodney Bates, the marker, just chocking that bowl.
Yeah, we were having that discussion earlier, so you got 30 seconds, I think.
Yep, correct.
Matty was saying. Yeah,
So on the opposing rink, we see Ian Brimblecombe has just taken the semi-final of the men's singles. A really great effort by Jeff Ducklow, who played really well. Had Ian on toast early, as they say, but Ian's been good enough to fight back and take the victory 25-19. And I'll see him through to his first state singles title. The final to be played tomorrow afternoon.
that was a cracking game, wasn't it?
It was a brilliant game. And we see the result here was just the 1 shot.
It was 1.
Yep. So that will be 15-16. Still trailing by 1, Mr. Shannon. And looks like the way he's sending that jack, he wants more T-to-T action. Needs to slow down. Needs to slow down. Oh boy.
Whew, right on the plinth.
Millimetre perfect.
Yeah.
I think hearts might have been in mouths there for a second. So just repeating, Ian Brimblecombe has beaten Jeff Lowe 25-19 to advance to the final. being played tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. Out on the back green, we have a scoreboard that's obscured, so I'll come back to that shortly.
And of course, the winner of this game will be the opponent tomorrow.
Correct.
At 1 o'clock.
Both players looking very worthy of being there.
That's another great start. There's that toucher
Brilliant
again.
opener.
Yeah.
And very good with his first bowl.
Relentless pressure.
Well, that's what does it, isn't it, Trish?
Yeah.
Put the pressure on early. Having said that, he's actually still trailing on the scoreboard somehow, so
True.
just shows the quality of both players.
Yes, it does. There's lots of comments here about people have not seen him play with these blue bowls. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have changed his bowls because they both had yellow, would he? There must be a different
he
type
did
of bowl.
Yeah, correct. Whether he opted for a narrower or wider set,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But
Someone said he played with these bowls at Mitcham on the weekend, so maybe he just has them for a slightly different green. David Baker just asking, are we live streaming the final tomorrow?
we haven't looked at the schedule, or haven't finalised the schedule, I should say, David, but you would imagine that we will have either the men's or women's. There are a couple of clashes in the Champion of Champions field and the mixed pairs, so it's going to necessitate a little bit of movement in the schedule, so we will confirm that hopefully later tonight, if not tomorrow morning.
It's a very fluid thing, isn't it? Like working out which players are double ups
And look, I'll give you the indication now. So we've got Sam Atkinson and Thor Shannon here in these matches are playing now because they've gone so well in the mixed pairs.
Yeah.
Karen Brennan out here is playing in this singles to try and make the final. If she does, that clashes with her round of 16 match of the Champion of Champions. So
right.
there's a lot of things in the air. A lot of different machinations depending on who wins what. Ian Brimblecombe is still in the mixed pairs as well, so
wowee.
we'd have to change a few things, but that's what it is. Speaking of,
Great shots.
should not be any change there. They are brilliant bowls. David still with 2 to come, but down 3. Finally have an update on that score out the back. So Karen Brennan leading 21-13. That was 18-13, so she's picked up 3 shots in the last end or 2.
Of course, we know those last few shots can be the hardest to get, so we'll keep an eye on that scoreboard, see how long that takes.
True.
If
Good effort by David Daws, just missing.
gave it every chance, didn't he?
Yep. Needed to do so, either come up through his front ones or disturb the 3 that he's currently down. O&M players are very, very good. You are spot on, Maxine.
Isn't she just? Evans and Murray is a very strong region.
It is, it is. Well, of course, they won the women's region sides last year.
Yes, they did. That's right.
Home to Kylie Whitehead, one of the best players in the world. Of course, a world champion.
3 years ago, was it? The world champs, I think.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah. Of course, Australia did that together, the men and the women, with Leroy winning it the same year.
Correct.
Okay, David's under a bit of pressure again here. He's down 4, would you think? 3 and a look?
I think 3 and a look, yeah. I'll give it 3. You give it 4 and you'll probably be correct. But
no, I had a quick glance, I'm not sure.
either way, there's going to be a change. There's going to be contact. 1, 2, and a jack in the pit, which is going to stay live. So, looks like it'll be 1.
No,
Yeah, it looks like... Oh, well. 1, maybe 2. We'll find out very shortly.
David Clark just commenting that Thor was ranked number 1 for a while. Yes, he was ranked number 1 probably for 2 years.
He was.
Yep. There we go. 1
4 shot, so that levels it up by my books.
Yep.
16 shots apiece. Yeah, he was in the tournament rankings calendar, which of course depends on the level of tournament and the level of prize money as to how many ranking points it's worth.
And it has to go over a couple of days, doesn't it? Is that right?
It doesn't have to go over a couple of days
I thought it
necessarily.
did.
It's value of prize money.
Rightio.
And then, of course, state championships and Australian Opens and those sort of Victorian Opens,
Big
those sort of
Open.
events go in.
Yep. Did you get points for pennant?
No points for pennant, unfortunately, Trish.
Yeah.
teams events do get it, as in triples, pairs, fours, but no sides events get there. Rod Peterson just confirming he does play with these bowls a lot. Thank you, Rod.
Great start again. Look at that.
Yep. It's hard to argue with that, isn't it? Making it look easy. Leanne saying, let's go Tally. Of course, David Daws' home club, Tallygarutna now.
Which, of course, is also where Robbo is from.
We saw him playing in the mixed pairs earlier. They got up, had a lucky victory, as he said.
It's funny, the more I train, the luckier I get.
That's it.
One of those things. There is a bit of luck, though, isn't there, in bowls?
Yeah, there is. Maybe I'm just supremely unlucky, Trish.
I was just thinking some days you just can't buy it. You know, you can't buy a shot. And other days, everything, you just have the rubber, the green, you know.
So 16 apiece. We're playing to 25. Just looking back over the scorecard, there really hasn't been any big scores. I can see 1, 3. And other than that, it's 1s and 2s maximum. So a very even game.
Yeah, and that 3 was pretty early, wasn't it? Second and third end, that's right.
Yep.
Clangers, no clangers, and that's the key, isn't it? I mean,
that's it.
Don't drop clangers, get second shot, all that stuff.
I think what we've seen from both players is their misses are not bad misses.
Yeah.
They're sort of, 3 foot through as opposed to spooning one or being overly wide.
Well, that's the difference, really, between the good bowlers and the really good bowlers is the bad ones, how bad the bad ones are, really. Keep those bad ones to still be somewhere within the zone and don't drop numbers and you find you win more. That was a very good try, wasn't it? A little niggle.
Yep. Might have been a bit of the commentator's curse there.
Yep. We have that strategy as part of our game plan, Tony, at MCC. Sometimes we say, like, especially in Panic, because we actually, I think I've mentioned before, we keep a track of clangers dropped by rinks and stuff. And we talk about getting second shot, and someone said to me one day, "Oh, second shot's boring." Joking, of course. But, yeah, it's so important.
Absolutely.
Especially in Panic, you can drop huge numbers, you know. There's another great shot, Thor.
Come up through his front bowl. Yep, well played.
Wowee.
And actually move the jack forward, so there you go. Sometimes you do get a bit of good fortune.
He seems to have lifted a little bit.
2 and 3, he does. These last probably 4 or 5 ends really started to put the pressure on. So David Daws with 1 pill to come. A super important one. Well, I don't know if he likes it, looking at the body language.
No. Might be a little high for that weight.
Yeah, weight was good, but as you say, just a little high. So the question is this 1, 2 or 3? Rodney's got 2 paddles ready, so I'm going to back his judgment. He's taking the absolute shot bowl out. Oh no, he's actually got 3 paddles fans, so we might find this as 3, which will be an equal biggest score of the match. David Daws doesn't want it to be. He's trying to look at it from a different angle, but concedes. That is 3 shots.
3 it is.
Big change when there's been a lot of 1s and 2s. As Trish said earlier, there hasn't been a 3 since very early days of this match. And that's now 4 ends in a row.
It's just that relentless pressure of Thor's had 1, 1, 1, and now a 3.
And that first and second bowl making the difference.
Yeah.
Which means David Daws is chasing all the time. Alan Law says he really doesn't care what bowls Todd uses as long as he plays like this when they play together at the Australian Open.
Fair enough
call.
too.
Fair call.
Fair call indeed.
So slightly shorter end here. You'll remember 2 ends ago, Todd just kept the jack up, so didn't want to make the same mistake again. Good couple of yards short of the tee.
Yeah, good point. And that's sort of what I was talking about earlier. Like you might not roll it to exactly where you want it, but he hasn't lost the jack.
Yep.
Because dare say, if he loses the jack, David will be changing the length.
Yep, you can bet on that. And a good solid
start.
opener again. Couple of foot short. Right on the line though.
Good back bowl.
Yep, not lost there, as they say. Karen Brennan stretching out her lead, 22-15 in the women's singles semi-final. Of course, the winner of that match will go through to meet Jodie Fruand, who won her match earlier today. She didn't have a clash with the mixed pair, so she was able to get on the 1 o'clock time slot. She'll be looking to emulate her son, who won the men's pairs yesterday. So
Indeed.
very happy days in the Fruand household.
Good bowling genes.
Yep. And good people too.
Yeah, they are. So that's at 1 o'clock tomorrow. The ladies, is that right?
Likely. Depends on another couple of results. Just a touch shy here from David Daws. Just asking, still holding 2, confirmed by the marker. They do swing late, these bowls.
Yeah, great shot.
Well,
He's
it was
really
holding 2
putting-
earlier. That's going to add 1 more to
Yep.
it.
Don't take your shoes off to count that one.
Nope.
It's been under huge pressure the last 4 or 5 ends, David Daws. It's close. It's very close here.
And that could be
Great
the
shot.
3 down to 1 up. Lovely bowl, David Daws.
Needed that.
He did. He'll be breathing a sigh of relief after that one. Question is whether or not it can be removed. Quite quick to make this shot. Didn't spend a lot of time thinking about it. Just went for it straight away. Somewhat uncharacteristic.
True. Slightly different process for that one.
Maybe a little rush of blood. So can David Daws add 1 more? I think he'd be quite pleased to get the 1 after just dropping a 3.
Take control of the mat.
A 2 here will just add a little bit of cream on top.
What does he do with the length?
Look, I'm changing it. But
It'd be really interesting to see what he does.
might be even more interesting to ask your opponent, what length do you want it? Just to really try and get in the head. So it looks a little high. It's got to swing hard now. It's a great effort.
Yeah,
Not
if it
quite
flopped
there.
down, it probably would.
Yep. Great effort. So it'll be 1 more to David Daws. He trails 17-19.
Yep.
There's a certain amount of hope in a bowler as they look over ahead, just trying to find an extra shot somewhere.
Yeah, how often do you dance around
Yeah.
trying to make a
What
shot
about this
count?
angle? What about from that side?
That's exactly right.
Gareth Hill saying go Bombers, of course, supporting the Essendon Bowls Club. making a good account of themselves today. Great weight from David Daws,
Good
just
start.
off on the line a little.
He has shortened it, but not
Not drastic, is
not
it?
drastic, no.
2 or 3 metres shorter than the last. Left the jack on the tee, which is interesting. I wonder if he's giving himself room to kill the end if he needs to.
Yep.
Of course, the further up the green the jack is, more chance you've got of killing.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it bothers Todd Shannon though, just another touch-up.
He might have to buy the marker a spray chalk after this game.
I think that'd be the gentlemanly thing to
Yeah.
do. He has
Just rude not to, really.
wasted most of it.
Good reply.
Don't think anyone wants to see that, Andrew Lynn. Yeah, they really do turn late, these bowls. And that is second shot.
Two
without a
rippers.
doubt.
He's really up the ante.
He's a bit of a target, but we haven't seen a lot of weight from David Daws. And the trail is the absolute aim here.
Yeah, well, just it
Far
pop.
from it. Oh, just.
I mean, he's in a tricky situation now because he probably needs to sit for second shot or
Yep.
pop the jack, and his
Comes-
weight was good for both.
Becomes risk and reward, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Go for the jack. You
'Cause
have
the
a
way
chance of
Thor's
making
playing.
2 or 3.
Yeah, because the way Thor's playing, he's just going to load this up.
Yep, and that's the problem. If you miss,
Yep.
it is loaded.
No more games tonight, Kaz, to answer your question. I don't think.
Nope.
No.
No, no
There
more
you go.
games tonight.
He has just loaded that up.
I think the same shot's still on offer. This is just ducking a bit early for mine.
He's probably looking for second shot maybe there.
Yep.
Yes, Steve Bentley, you make a really good point. There is great skills being shown, but both players also mentally disciplined. Yeah, that's a really obvious, that's a standout with these two. And we were talking about this yesterday about mental strength in singles. It's huge. Like, everyone at this level can bowl.
Yep.
But a lot of this is above the shoulders now.
The last bowl to come, looking to add to get the full count of 4 here.
Yeah. Is he going to reach?
Have the petrol.
Not quite. I think he'd be pretty happy with 3 at this point.
Yep. Yep. Either way, it's a good score. Kicks that one away. Resigned to the fact that he's not going to get 4 out of that. But 3 is a very, very good job. That 22-17.
Yeah. You know, that mental strength in singles, I think players that have had a background in other sports or are doing some other commitment in sport, it helps, I think, to transition across into bowls and have been in those situations before. It can be a lonely place out there.
It sure can, and that's where we see someone like Ian Brimblecombe engage
Yeah.
Ian Miles as a coach. Someone to bounce ideas off, calm you down when things are not going your way. A good idea as we see players just ducking off for a quick comfort stop here. And we can give you an update on the score out the back. It's getting close again. It's 22-17. Karen Brennan from Wimmera
It is too.
leading Samantha Atkinson from Strzelecki. 22-17.
Yeah.
So they're fighting for a spot in the final. So we see a beautiful Bendigo sunset in the background.
Stunning, isn't it?
Absolutely stunning.
Red sky at night, Shepherd's Delight.
That's it. Something, Shepherd's Warning.
That's it.
Forgot the rest of the saying.
Red sky in the morning.
That's it.
That's
You
it.
got it, see?
Here we go, that was
Country
quick.
girl too. Gee, he really does hoik that jack down there.
Yeah.
These greens traditionally will probably play 15, 16 seconds. We got a little bit of rain before we arrived earlier in the week, which probably slowed them down to around 14.
Yep.
But as the sun goes down, they really do grass will look for a bit more sun, which isn't there, so it stands up. It's nice and tall. Slow the bowls down.
It happens pretty quickly too, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Shadows will do it. So 22-17 on both scoreboards for both matches still remaining.
Gary Brooks, you're saying he's enjoying the live stream. That's good. Glad you're enjoying it, Gary.
Graham Spencer just wondering how he's holding up with his energy. I think he's on to about his 4th meal, so
Yep.
just
Had a bit
keeping
of a-
the energy levels in check at this stage.
We're talking about Thor, I take it?
Yep.
Yep. He mentioned he got some sugar in between games.
Yep. Francis, we broadcast men's and women's, both games. In fact, we try and split them. We just had a mixed pairs match to even make sure we cross everything.
And Leroy Trainer, yes, there is a good book on that somewhere, Leroy. You might,
Might be one in the clubhouse in here to go and have a look at. I see a little library in here.
yeah.
A few good books in there. Of course, Leroy played here for many years.
His book's really good, actually. I have read his book, and
It is.
well worth a read if you haven't had it. Go get it.
Bowlswick bought a few of them, I think, at one stage and gave them away as good prizes.
Oh,
So
great.
Some very happy winners to receive a book from Leroy.
Now, this is not the start David Daws is looking for.
Yeah, I respectfully disagree, John. I think that's part of the problem with tennis. We see coaches coaching their players all the time and cheating because it's not allowed, and it makes 0 sense to not have a coach, in my mind.
Match lie here.
They can't hit the serve. They
Sorry.
can't do anything else.
It's true. You're right, Tony.
But I respect your opinion as well, John. Respectfully disagree. As you say, Tris, match lie. David Daws
It's
needs
close.
to get amongst these bowls.
He's close.
Just drifted,
Just
touch too
drifted
far.
under.
Weight's not too bad.
Yeah.
Just needs to be a bowl wider.
I mean, even if he tries to go round that bowl, maybe.
Well, I think anything nestled among
Yeah.
the 3 blue bowls is the goal.
It's under some pressure now.
It is 22-17.
Now, Thor can look for cover. Thor could look to get in his way. Thor could just draw another so that if he does get one out, he's still got 3. He's probably just going to do that, I'd say.
It's a pretty good trade.
Yep. He's just getting some cover down the back as well. That's good. Good for him.
Well, still has match lie. Gave himself a little tap on the thigh.
David Daws is not mucking around. He's on the mat. He's ready to go. He's playing with some purpose.
Hasn't done this a lot.
Will this swoop?
Needs to
Not
come
sure that
back.
it will.
It's not going to get there. That looks to the naked eye to be 3 shots. The marker's holding 3 paddles. Players are walking towards each other. They will shake hands here, which will be a victory to Thor Shannon. 25-17. A great standard of match, Tris.
Wasn't it?
We saw the difference probably being those last 3 or 4 ends where the pressure was on from the outset. That lead bowl, first bowl, just nailing it almost every time.
Yeah, I felt like Thor really upped the pressure in the last few ends.
Yep. So 3 threes in the last 4 end was the difference. This one was neck and neck the entire way before this. So a great result and a great victory. So we'll see a final tomorrow in the men's singles. Ian Brimblecombe representing Ovens and Murray. He'll come up against Todd Shannon representing Northern Gateway as he's moved to Essendon Bowls Club this year. So that'll be a great match. We'll have the final schedule for you when we get through a few other games and work out which adjustments to the schedule need to be made. I can tell you it's 24, I think 17, but I can't see the other half of the scoreboard. to Karen Brennan over Samantha Atkinson. So we'll try and check on that just as we wrap up. But looks to be a Karen Brennan close to victory. She's not home and hosed. Of course, anything can happen. But just repeating the results from earlier, we've had Ian Brimblecombe get through to the men's final, and the other half will be Todd Shannon. That'll be a great match tomorrow. Tris, can I thank you for your expert comments today?
Thanks very much, Tony. Really enjoyed it.
And of course, Matty O, Brad Marron, Jimmy, everyone who's helped out with commentary. And Brad on the buttons producing the vision for today has done a stellar job as always. Thanks very much to everybody for their comments in the chat. We've enjoyed interacting with you, and we can't wait to bring it to you all again tomorrow. Enjoy your evening. May all your bowls be good bowls.